guys, and welcome to Portland, Oregon. I'm here for a whole day, which is such a treat to be able to explore and experience this place a little bit. I've flown in and out of Portland a couple times, but I've never spent any time here. And I did pass in and out of here when I went to Eugene for Ali Edwards' story camp back in 2019. Actually around this time of year, so 4 years ago. And I knew I'd always wanted to come back and kind of explore this city a little bit more because I'd spent time in Eugene and really enjoyed it. So I'm here today. I'm staying at the cutest Airbnb on the other side of the river. I got in kind of late last night, so I did film a little tour for you. It's not the best because it's filmed at night, but it's so sweet and just perfect for everything I need. Okay, normally I like to film a tour during the day for the best lighting, but I just know it's not gonna look the same after I've spent a night and I just got in and it's dark, so we're gonna go for it. This is the Airbnb I'm staying at in Portland. It's on the second level of a garage unit, which I find is very typical for Pacific Northwest Airbnbs. Anyway, this is the hallway up. Very cute, very plush carpeting. And then look. Oh, don't mind my hat. I thought I put all my stuff away, but clearly not. It's so cute. I love it so much. Again, keep in mind it's nighttime and it's dark. But it's just this little lofted studio apartment. And it's so sweet. Look how beautiful the bed is. All my stuff is over there, but there's a little bench on the side. I like how they've combined a bunch of just odds and end pieces that all kind of works really well together. There's this living room area, which is so sweet, with an actual wood-burning fireplace, which I fully intend on using. Look at this. They even provide you with a log and all the stuff you need. But it's a sled. Do you see that? It's a sled. How clever. And then wait, do you see the kitchen? I think this is my favorite part. Look at it. It's so sweet. So there's this little seating area. And then everything is just kind of hodgepodge in the cutest way. I especially love the bike hanging from the ceiling. This little red fridge. It's just adorable. Everything you need in one little room. I love it. Oh, there is a bathroom too. Hold on. And actually, whatever carpeting they put in, it's very plush. Let me turn the light on. Oh, look at this. There's a tub. You guys know I'm a fan. In fact, I plan on getting in that tub pretty soon to round out my evening. But, just love it. So, so sweet. And that's the whole kit and caboodle. I love all the details. There's just so many little things. I keep looking around and noticing different things. And it's just so quaint and quirky. And this is the kind of Airbnb that I just love. It's convenient, like it's in Portland, in almost basically in city proper, but it's got all this charm. Already today, I walked over. It's about a 45-minute walk to get from where my Airbnb is to like the city side of the river. This is the Willamette River, by the way. Really not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but we'll hope so. And I walked over this bridge right here. This is called the Steel Bridge, which is really interesting. Apparently, it's like a elevator-style bridge. So, do you see like that part there? The whole thing lifts up. The top thing lifts up for bigger boats to go by, but it's a two-part bridge. So the lower part lifts up for just smaller boats to go by, which is really fascinating. So I actually walked over. I just did a bike tour, and we biked on the bottom level, but I walked on the top level, so I experienced it in both ways. But yeah, on the way, just actually around the block from where I'm staying, there is a great rated coffee place, which I'm forgetting the name of now, but I took some footage there. I had the most delicious oat milk mocha that I enjoyed on my walk over. And this feels like very typical Portland weather. I don't know, as a complete new visitor, it's just kind of, it's not warm, but it's warmish and cool and kind of damp feeling, but it's moody. It's moody. But yeah, what I walked over to meet my tour over at the Cycle Portland shop, and I will link the tour I did below. It was so cool. I'm gonna give you a different angle just for a little variety. It was really, really neat. I will say, like right off the bat, you're kind of hit in the face with just how much homelessness there is here. It's staggering. It's really a lot. And I've lived in a lot of metropolises in my life, and I've visited a lot of metropolises in my life, and I think this is the most intense concentration, at least. I haven't been in that many areas, but even on the bike tour, we biked on the other side of the river and down a bit south and then back up. It's quite staggering. So that is, it's just kind of in your face. So it's something you have to think about and really digest and look into if you're interested more in like the where that comes from and all that. But just to note, I did get to my tour a little early, and I just felt slightly uncomfortable just kind of waiting in that particular area, which there was just like a lot of people milling about. And so I actually walked down the street and stood in the line for the Voodoo Donuts, which had like a security guard standing there. I didn't really feel unsafe, but I get asked all the time, like, what do you do if you don't feel comfortable? I follow my gut, and my gut was like, let's not stand in front of this cycle shop for 15 minutes. Let's go stand over here with all these other people. I didn't actually want a donut or get a donut. I know they're very popular, and I might actually get a donut before the end of the day. I just didn't want one at that moment. But I literally just took myself down the block. It was like a block and a half away, and stood in that line until it was time for my tour to go, because I just felt more comfortable there. So that's just something to take into consideration if you're in an area that you don't really want to like hang around in. Move yourself. And then I came back when the tour opened and the shop was open, and I walked in and I felt fine. So just from me to you, I know I get asked about these things all the time. It's really the only reason I'm bringing it up. But yeah, the tour was awesome. Like I said, we biked up the river and then around and down a little bit, and the guide Pierce was great. He told us a lot about the history of the bridges especially, and the river, and when we were more in downtown, about the history of that. I didn't include a lot of footage of him talking because I don't want to spoil his tour, but I highly recommend it. I rented an e-bike, which was an upgrade option for the tour, mainly because I was just really curious. I'm not very confident on an outdoor bike. Obviously, I have a lot of experience cycling on a stationary bike, but they're really big tires, and it just feels a little bit more stable. So that's why I wanted to give that a try, also just for fun. And it was really fun. I actually found that I didn't really use the power that much, but I really enjoyed having like the heavier, thicker tread on the tire and all that. And it was a really great tour, and I highly recommend it if you're going to be in the area. And it makes me want to do more bike tours. But I will include some of the footage from that tour here so you can see what I saw, a little bit at least. And yeah, 10 out of 10 recommend. In fact, you can still see my helmet head. I just realized that. Anyway, you see behind me these tents and things. There's a Saturday market that's like an artisan market. That's only like a block and a half away from where the bike tour ended at the shop. So I'm going to head over there and see what we can see. And I had also signed up for a food tour that was unfortunately canceled at the last minute. This has happened to me twice now. And in Vancouver, I had also signed up for a food tour and that was canceled. So I don't know what that's about. It's all right. I have the rest of the day to explore. I'm going to go to this market and try to get myself a really good meal somewhere today. So let's go have some fun. Okay, here it is, the Saturday market. You can see the sign right now. Let's have a look around and get a little sense of everything. Quite a bit of food. I might get a pretzel. That sounds delightful. That's nice. A garlic butter pretzel. Does that not look delightful? Wow, you guys, this is way bigger than I thought. It just keeps going. That's really fun though. There's people singing. There's people crafting. Well, that was really fun. That pretzel was delightful. And also, I bought a couple of things. I bought a package of handmade caramels from a very sweet lady, and I bought a fleece vest, handmade, the most beautiful fleece vest. Actually has the Canadian maple leaf on the back. It's so beautiful. From this amazingly sweet father and daughter duo, and I'll show it to you. I'll insert a clip of it. It's so sweet. All right, so I am literally looking at Voodoo Donuts, and I feel like you just kind of have to come to Portland and do that. So we're gonna go there. Look at this street. So that's Voodoo Donuts down there. That's where I stood in the line earlier. But we're gonna actually go buy something now. Look at this. How amazing. That's okay, thank you. This place is so neat. All right, we got a donut, we're leaving. So apparently this is one of the only remaining cities that has water fountains that continually run. Learned about that on the tour. You know, you learn things. That was a long line, but oh man, that was a good donut. This is Powell's Books, which is apparently the largest independent bookstore in the world. Apparently takes up the whole city block and goes up to 4 levels at the end. So I thought we'd go take a look. Big purchase. It's a really fun place, and there's lots of awesome books to buy, but I have a huge stacks of books to read, so I cannot buy any more books right now. But it was really fun to go in. It's overwhelmingly large though, and super crowded, so I didn't film too much. I'm gonna walk, I think, downtown, and I might stop in the art museum and see about that, and then kind of head back around to the river. There's a couple of places to eat that I want to stop along the way, so I'll take you with me, of course. Let's give you a look up and down the boulevard. You can see it really clearly right now. I don't even know what road I'm on. It's 10th Avenue, so they go in number order from the river, so river would be the lowest number, so you know you're 10 blocks up from the river. But yeah, fun times. I like just walking around cities. It's nice to take it in that way. I heard about this Bamboo Sushi is supposed to pride themselves on sustainable sushi. I don't know, I might try to eat there. Let's see if I can. So look at this. Stewarding purveyorship partnerships that prioritize species and fishery health. That's so neat. Love that. It's a really cool spot. I'm trying not to film all the people, but the sushi bar is right there. Just so I remember what I ordered. I love how most of the wines are local, so I'm trying the Pinot Gris. I just recently got back into wine after not really liking wine for like a decade. So we're gonna try that. And then I ordered this king salmon crudo with white truffle ponzu, cherry, tomatoes, and sea salt. And she suggested the full circle roll with spicy albacore tempura. Oh, tempura, fried green onion, seared tuna. Oh, that sounds so good. One glass of wine. Just one. It's all right. That was really tasty. Super fresh, very yummy. Nice folks working there. So really, really nice stop. And now I'm feeling quite content. There was one more spot kind of on my own little food tour that I wanted to go to. This little, I don't know if it's a cafe or not, behind the art museum that has matcha ice cream. So we'll probably make it there, and then I'm gonna head on back. It's gonna be a long walk to get back, but it's still, the weather's holding, and it's a good way to see the city. I want to walk over the really cool pedestrian bridge that we rode the bikes over in the tour that I showed a little bit of, and kind of take a big loop to get back. But yeah, really, really good and full day. And I'm looking forward to heading back to the Airbnb and spending some time there, because one of the reasons I chose that particular spot was not only for its location and basically because it had off-street parking, which I value very much, but also because it has a fireplace and a tub, and I want to make a fire and get cozy and read my book and have a nice bath. And well, no, I'll bring you along, but that was a really good meal. I'm feeling very satisfied. Oh, the library is all barricaded off. Is it open? Huh? I don't know. There's a lot of barricading actually here around official buildings, still from the 2020 protests. Learned a little bit about that on the tour too. So this is this spot. Let's go take a look. Look at this. Looks delicious. What a neat little place. Maybe that does look delightful. That was so yummy. I haven't had matcha ice cream in a years. It's starting to rain a little bit. I have over an hour walk to get back. So I'm probably just gonna turn off the camera and maybe I'll just pull it out for any more interesting sights, but I'm gonna just kind of concentrate on getting back because it is raining. But matcha soft serves, the way to go. Well, it's really raining now, and to go all the way up to the Tillamook Bridge, I think that's what it's called, it's just kind of way out of the way. And my Google's like, don't go there. That's not efficient. So I'm just walking along the riverfront, and then I'm gonna head over, and that'll be that. You can barely see it now. It's the bridge with the wires. The weather's rolling in. So off we go. Whoa. We have never burned one of these before. So that should be fine. Out today. And helpful instructions to know if the food is open. So those would be it's open. Yeah, it's open. Okay. What could go wrong? Gosh, I hope this works. It doesn't fill the whole place. Well, the fire's going straight up. That's a good sign. That's actually really lovely. And so easy. I've never heard of these log things before. All right, my loves, we're back. It was a long and very damp walk back. And I inadvertently walked right into a big protest, which I just took one little tiny snippet of to show you. But yeah, that's kind of to think of the timing. I mean, by the time this video goes up, I don't know. Oh, God. I have no idea. God only knows what will have happened in the world. But it is, you know, it's a time. It's a time. So I did buy a few stickers in my adventures today. The only, I think I showed you the stickers from the bookstore. Yeah. So one of these will be for the car, and I bought another one for memory keeping. And then I also bought this one at a little shop that I just bought. I didn't really shop today, but I saw this cute little store and I walked in and got this little sticker too. But yeah, it was a really lovely day. It's like 6:30 now, and I was out for a long time. I left here at 8:30 this morning and hoofed it all day. I walked like 10 miles and we biked 6 miles. So it was actually a very active day. And I'm grateful that I could do that, even with yesterday's adventure. If you saw last week's video, I didn't really like re-injure my hip on my hike, but I kind of aggravated my existing injury by almost falling off the side of a mountain. It's fine, because I wanted to wave to a little girl. It's all right, you guys. It's all right. But yeah, really good day. You know, I like visiting cities every once in a while, but just to think of yesterday, I was hiking around the wilderness of Mount Baker. And then today, I'm hoofing it around Portland City. It's like, just, I don't know, I kind of love that. I love having the different experiences and kind of testing out different things. And, you know, while I'm definitely more of a country mouse by nature, I love being in nature and being in the mountains, I do love seeing cities and exploring them a little bit. And I was here for a heartbeat. Like, I saw very little, but I will say that the biking tour was a really nice way to get kind of a grasp of the city and a little taste of the history in a very digestible way that felt really doable. I would have loved to have done the walking food tour, but like I said, I kind of did my own. But the donut, I still have half that donut, so if I want any more to eat at any point later today, I can have that. It was delightful. That was a long wait, but it was worth it. The Voodoo Donuts, and then the pretzel from that Saturday market. That pretzel was so good. And the sushi and the matcha soft serve. It was just like, oh, and the coffee this morning even, it was like I did my own little walking tour, and that was so fun too. My walking food tour, I mean. But yeah, really fun. It's fun to do tours too, because I feel like I get to interact a little bit more with other people. I spent quite a bit of time talking to another person on that tour, Eileen, from Wisconsin. So that was fun to chat with her. And yeah, highly recommend doing a tour. You don't have to do a bike tour or food tour. I mean, there's tours for lots of different interests. So I look at Airbnb experiences, or in this case, I booked on Viator, if you're curious. Now I really want to I have a very, very early morning, so I want to make sure I'm in bed early. I'm going to do some yoga right here in front of the fire, just basically to stretch after all of that movement today, and then take a nice bath and call it a night. And that's going to wrap my Portland adventure. It feels very short. I thought 2 nights in a place usually is a good chunk of time for me. I tend to not linger in places, but as I've been sharing with you over the last couple of months of my travels, I'm realizing more and more I want to spend maybe just like a little bit more time in some places. So maybe 2 nights, especially when I get in so late at night, I basically only have 1 full day. Maybe 3 nights is the way to go, but we'll see. You know, I continue to learn and grow, and of course my desires and needs change as I change too. So it's fun kind of watching it all unfold and learning as I go. But I really enjoyed bringing you with me on this adventure, and we'll see where the wind blows us next. But I'm having a lot of fun, and I think we're going to be on the West Coast for a little bit. So we'll see where that takes us, and I look forward to going on this adventure with you. We continue onward. All right, you guys, take very, very good care, and thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me.